We here on Keeping It A Buck50.
Good morning.
Got it guest in the building. How you feeling today?
I'm doing good.
What's your name?
I'm Bree.
This
Brianna.
this
Yes.
Bree. They know who you be, right?
Yeah, that's a fact.
How my podcast be is like everybody think they know you, so they about to just hear a couple facts out your mouth or your perception. Feel me?
Okay.
So yeah, your name Bree and shit. That's my cousin, y'all. Trying to act like I don't know her.
Yeah. Look, I'm all
But,
nervous.
but yeah, calm down. Feel me? Just act like we talking. Ain't no cameras out the
Like
show.
regular. Okay.
So yeah, how many siblings and shit you got?
I have on my mom's side, I got 4. So I'm the youngest. 3 older, girls, and then I have one brother on my mom's side. My dad, he got 1, 2. It's a few of us. I'm the oldest, but he do got twins. They're like 9. So
Right now they 9.
yeah, they like 9 or 10. So like me having kids is like, okay, most of my kids is older than them. So when they go over, it's like auntie, uncle.
Oh
But
yeah, they your
yeah,
kids,
yeah,
uncles
yeah.
and shit.
So it's weird.
And that's how it be sometimes in the black families.
Basically,
So
definitely.
you 13 and you got an uncle that's 14 or
Yeah.
some shit.
Or even like you 13 and your uncle was 4. So like,
Yeah. So how was your upbringing for you? Like,
um,
did you have both parents in the household at one time?
well, not really. My mom kind of really raised us, and my aunt really. My dad, he was like in and out type, in and out. But like pretty much, I had my dad's side of the family. Like either if my dad wasn't there, because he moved around a lot. He was in the army, then he was here, then he worked like at the Boys and Girls Club. So a lot of y'all really know him. Like a lot of kids know him. But then he moved down south and he did like the Boys and Girls Club thing there. So it was like in and out. Whenever he was there or wasn't there, his family took apart. So I really didn't really miss nothing.
Yeah, I did hear that Boys and Girls Club some real wild shit. Feel me?
Yeah.
Like it's all around the United States.
Yep. So he was like, I think in Raleigh, North Carolina, and they had a Boys and Girls Club down there too. So
You good with your family that's OT and shit? You close with them?
yeah, like I have a cousin that lives in I think Charlotte, and we like really really close. We act just alike, but it's just crazy how we never really grew up around each other. But like that's my twin. Like we act alike, talk alike, everything.
Look alike?
Yeah, we do.
Look alike too. So you say you the youngest out of all your mom daughters?
Yes, I'm the youngest.
How did that feel growing up?
It was like I would say like I'm the youngest, so everybody else is doing older stuff, and it's just me. I'm the youngest, but I really was like a tomboy growing up, so it was like I played at the park a lot. Like I did sports, basketball, baseball, anything. I was like I was a tomboy, so having older siblings, it was just like they was into a lot of stuff different from what I was, because I think I was just a little boy.
Was you influenced by him?
No. My older sister, she's like right behind me. I'm 30 right now, and she just turned 32. We like grew up together. So like she had her phase where she was like a teenager and she would like skip school sometimes to be hang with her friends. And I think one time she tried to have me skip school with her. This was like the first time I ever skipped school. And like she took my bus. You know how when you was a kid you had a little bus thing. She took my bus pass and I couldn't get on the bus. So I'm like, I want to go to school. I want to go to school. I want to go to school. Like I've never skipped school before. So we end up getting caught because my cousin's mom was like one of the transit workers, and she ended up seeing us. So by the time my mom came and got on the bus while we skipping to go somewhere else and got us off the bus, I never skipped school again. And I'm trying to tell them like, she made me skip school. She took my bus thing.
They
She
ain't
let me
trying
get a
to hear
whooping.
that.
She let me get a whooping for it and didn't say nothing.
So as you was to fuck with her low key after that?
No.
What elementary schools you went to?
Let's see. I went to 30. So that's 30 is by what? Otis in Lau area. Yeah.
That's that school like what's that street called? That's like by that old bar. Not old bar, old strip
Yeah.
club.
But
and
it's
you
like
go-
down. Yeah, it's down the street though.
Yeah.
Like Otis and like Myrtle and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
by Sherman and
Yep.
shit.
That's exactly where it was. Yeah.
How was that school for you and shit?
It was cool. Like, I think I went there from pre-K to 6th grade. I actually graduated from there. So it was me, my sister, and then my little cousin Raekwon. That was basically our brother. So we went to school from there to then. It was actually a good school. I learned a lot. After I left there, I think I went to Douglas. But pretty much, I had good teachers. I was bad, but I had good teachers.
Like, you probably the first person I met that went to 30 school. I don't think I know nobody that went there though.
I feel like a lot of people went to, like, Westsiders.
Yeah,
Probably Westsiders. But you know what? I feel like a lot of people went to the school over there by Jefferson Ave and stuff like that. What is it? I don't even know.
2 school, 4 schools, something.
It's something like that by Bartlett and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's 2 schools.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think a lot of people went to that school.
Or
yeah.
19.
Probably, yeah. But I think 30 school was a good school. I mean, it was in the hood, but it was a good school.
Y'all had a basketball team or anything?
No. I don't remember us having no basketball team. No.
And you say like you was bad in elementary. Where you got that from?
I don't even know. Like, I was like, it wasn't even me just being bad. Like, I got good grades and stuff. I used to just fight a lot. And I don't know, you know how you like a child back then. It was just like, I'm older, like people respect like or like people that's dark skinned nowadays. Like dark skin is in, but back then I was like high yellow, light skin, low ear, so I got picked on a lot.
But like I feel like when you was young, light skin was elite. Like, so you probably had all the dark skin people hating.
And it wasn't even it really was like, but it was like people my color too, like bothering me. Like, so that was just like I used to get into fights a lot, like OD a lot. Like my sister, she was a grade older than me, so even when somebody bothered her, we was taught like one hit you, we fight together. So we used to get jumped on the way home, like literally jumped on the way home from school.
That's pain. Yeah. I feel like elementary now is way different from back then because it was treacherous though.
I feel like honestly, not even, because I have my daughter be 13 tomorrow, so like I just had an incident where, you know, she's on the bus and she's texting me like, Mom, they about to da-da-da, and I'm running from the kids these days is horrible. Like, she's 13. My baby, well, she'll be 13 tomorrow, but she's not like a regular 13-year-old. She's still like dolls, toy. You know, she's a child. But the girls that go to her school, they into lace fronts and makeup and lashes and stuff. Like, so it's just like, kids is crazy these days.
You feel like they be trying to pick on her because like
the
natural, real, pure route.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Like, she not grown, she not really into boys. Like, so it kind of took a toll on her because it's like, now I see your grades are being affected because you having problems at school, and it's just like, you know, kids don't really want to tell you what's going on, because she know me like I'm flipping out.
Blacking out.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, this is my baby, this is my oldest. We basically grew up together. So it's like, now that I see her, you're turning 13, and the kids that I see her go to school with, it's just like, these kids is grown. So it's like, I gotta sit down and have talks with her and talk to her about certain stuff. Because it's like, if I don't have a conversation with you, you're gonna learn it at school.
No, that's a fact. Or even if you got some friends your age that's advanced, they gonna be trying to push that type of shit on you.
Yeah, and I'm that parent. I go through phones, I go through social media, I go through everything. So it's like, I don't allow her to have certain platforms because I know what's there. But it's like, when you have other friends that moms let them go on certain platforms, it's like, oh, let me have your password, let me hold your password. So I done had one little girl Instagram for like a year now, like, and so I see everything going on in school.
So, like, when you look back, like, how was life for you when you was, like, 12, 13?
Way different. I mean, 12, 13, I probably was still wearing barrettes, hair bows. Like, I think when I got to 7th grade, I probably had my first, like, actual weave ponytail. Like, and my baby going into 8th grade now, she's still asking me for, like, a weave ponytail. And I'm just like, it's different. Like, kids they getting their nails done, they getting lace fronts still, like they want little heels and all type of stuff, and it's way different because like I wasn't into none of that stuff as a kid, but now I guess times have changed.
Yeah, like evolution, it'd be different.
Yeah,
you know how it be though, especially with females, they want to be dolled up. especially once they know what it is. So she, like, not your daughter, but any like 11, 12, 13 year
Yeah.
olds seeing like her aunts and moms
Yeah, that too.
nails popping and all that.
And I noticed that, so she see me make up sometimes I do bottle service on the weekends and stuff. So she'll see me like getting dressed and she'll be like, "Where you going, Ma?" And I'll be like, "Damn. Now I gotta have this conversation." She'll see me do my makeup and stuff. So I'm noticing packages coming through the house and stuff. It's Shein, and I'm like, "Where you getting money from?" She collecting cash apps from everybody. Now she ordering Shein packages, and I'm just like, yeah.
When you go through phones, like, do you do it on like a certain pattern, or you do it randomly to try to like?
Yeah, so I noticed, like, sometimes if I do, like, if she in trouble, I'll take her phone. Like, I'll take it immediately. Ain't no, let me run upstairs and go get it. I'm about to walk upstairs with you to go get it, so you can't delete nothing. But no, I wait till she probably either put her phone down somewhere and she go upstairs or go outside. And it's just always kid gossip, honestly. Like, that's why I'm just, like, so thankful for the kid that I have, because she's not grown at all. But it's just like, whew, these kids here. But now I sneak and go through it. Sometimes I go through it in front of her, but I'd rather her not know I'm going through it, so she don't try and hide nothing from me.
Yeah, that's true. So, like, how was Douglas for you?
Horrible. Like, I had 7th and 8th. I went through there 7th and 8th grade. Me coming from an elementary school, my sister was already there 1 year. So when I got there, it was like, okay, I'm the younger sister. You 1 grade older than me. I was fighting there. We fought the whole school and got kicked out. Yeah, like, it was like the biggest brawl of Douglas, and we got kicked out. We got expelled. That's why I ended up going to Marshall, and then we got kicked out of Marshall too. So it's just like,
So what the fuck, man? Why you was always out here giving out knuckle sandwiches?
I don't even know. Like, I think I'm a sweetheart though, so I don't know. Like, I really don't know why I was getting into fights.
Was it fighting over niggas and that?
No, because it's so crazy. I wasn't even into boys. Like, I had boyfriends at, like, probably, my mom just started letting me talk to boys like on the phone, like 13, 14. So my first boyfriend was like 15, 16 years old. So I wasn't really fighting over dudes. It was just like me getting into it with girls and stuff like that. Then I had my own little group of friends. So if we all fight, we just all fight. But no, I wasn't really getting into it about dudes. When I was like 16, I had my first little seriously relationship. I got pregnant at 17, so it was just like I was in serious relationships. Yeah. And then once I got pregnant, I ended up going to Charlotte. I had to calm down.
Like, you growing up with your daughter and shit, and you basically, y'all raised each other.
Yeah.
Feel me? So you saying you had your first baby at 17.
Yes.
Hypothetically speaking, how would you feel if your daughter had a baby at 17?
I'm gonna be stressed. Because honestly, like, right now, I'm 30 and my baby is 12. She's literally helping me, like, from her growing up with me, like, she's made me become more mature. Like, my priorities are straight. Like, I've always tried to have my priorities straight, because it's like, if I don't do it, who gonna do it? So, like, she's very helpful. Like, I got 2 other smaller kids, and she helped me out with them a lot. Like, so I try and praise her so much as if you getting in trouble, you really don't get in trouble, because she's, like, very helpful. So I'm very thankful for that. It's just like, I try and make sure she stay on her P's and Q's. I have conversations with her, so I don't keep anything from her. Like, you know how most parents don't let their kids watch certain stuff. Like, we've watched movies, like Lifetime movies together. I think there's a movie called, like, A Girl Like Grace. And it's a kid, like, growing up, and she ended up getting, like, raped and stuff like that. So I explained to my daughter a lot of stuff, so we have those conversations to the point where she know what's what. So she's aware of what situations to kind of avoid or put herself in. Yeah. And I think it's important to have those conversations, because if you don't, and they start seeing stuff elsewhere, it's like, oh, okay, now I'm curious, or I'm gonna just go do this. But I had this conversation with my mom, so I know to avoid this or not. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's important when you growing up with especially a daughter.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's a mom-daughter thing, or it's like a sister-mom-daughter thing with you and your oldest?
I would say a little bit of both, because I feel like we have it's not really necessarily like a friendship, but we have that friendship to the point where she feel comfortable coming to me about certain stuff. But then it's certain times where it's just like, I'm not playing with you. Like, I'm your mom. So it's like, sometimes she jokingly too much, or when I have my homegirls around and she come downstairs, oh girl, what you doing? And I gotta step back like, hey, like, you know, I'm an adult, these is adults, like, relax. So I think it's kind of a both.
Oh, that's what's up. Back to your, like, how could you explain, like, your teenage years from, like, 13 to 19?
13, I still probably was like a kid. That's when I was just probably like coming outside. Like, I'm going to school, but I got friends that's a little bit advanced. So I started hanging out with my friends or whatever, and we start hanging out with guys and stuff like that. But it was more so me I'm still just this little girl. Like, when I started turning 16, I would say like 15, 16, that's when I started going to house parties. Like, house parties was it back then. Yeah, so it's just like, I enjoyed my childhood years, but I also buckled down once I had a kid. Because now I got to get a job. Like, I've been living on my own since I was like 15, 16 years old.
Yeah, so, like, how was that for you? Like, being a youngin', but being an adult at the same time? Because when you look back, when you got, like, a real support system and shit, you don't really grow up till you about 21, 22. Yeah. But you got people like us that was forced to grow up since a motherfucker about 15.
Yeah, so I feel like I wouldn't necessarily say my support system was bad, but I was more so one of them people that I'm gonna get it done type thing. So me living on my own, I was in school basically having my own apartment. Like, and my friends would be like, oh, we going to Brianna's house. Like, I had friends coming over after school. Like, we was having sleepovers and stuff at the age of 16, and then we all got to go to school. Yeah, and we all got to go to school the next day. Like, I literally had my own apartment at 16. So it was just like more so I know what my responsibilities are. Like, I know and I feel like it pushed me to the point where I am now. Like, just always remember you got priorities. I got to be stable. Like, because if I don't have nowhere to live, my kids ain't got nowhere else to live. If I don't go to work, my kids ain't going to have what they need. So I more so made sure we had, like, I struggled. Everybody struggled, but it gave me the strength I do have now, like, as a mom.
Yeah, you gotta go through shit to become something.
That's a fact.
Feel me? Some people got that golden spoon, but even with them, like, most people that got that golden spoon, soon as that person who was feeding them
they don't know what to do.
They don't know what to do. So when you self-made, that shit a different type of strength. Feel me?
Yeah.
So you would say you from the West Side if you was to boil down to it.
Yeah.
I was like,
no, it's so crazy because I am from the West Side, but being like 12, 11, 12, 13, 14, my aunt we was in the Ville. But it was just like I was in the Ville, but I wasn't in the Ville. Like, I was around, but I wasn't. We couldn't go outside. Yeah. Like, we was at your grandma's house, but we couldn't go outside.
This inside type of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Erlene didn't let us go outside.
Rest in peace, Auntie Erlene.
Yes.
And shit.
Yes.
So yeah, you would say you from the West, Western. Like, what was your favorite house party? Like, you could remember, you look back.
So my mom did not let us go to other people's house parties.
Oh, so
we had house parties. Yeah, so if y'all ever been on Sterling Street, those was our house parties for sure. Like, either then, and then I had a friend named Janai, so we had house parties between our house and McNaughton. The first time we did go to a house party, my mom came and got us from the house party. Yeah, so
that was an embarrassing moment for you.
Very, because we in here having fun. I'm dancing, gyrating on people. Here go my mom. They looking at us, Brianna and Dominique, your mom here. It's horrible.
Funny as a bitch. So you had your first daughter early, feel me? 17. Was you scared, or did you always want a daughter growing up? Or kids in general?
I wanted kids, but not that early. But I knew what to do with a child. Like, we had kids all around us. Like, my mom, we raised a family member kid. So at a young age, we was changing diapers and we was doing this and we was doing that. So I knew what to do with a kid. It was just like, dang, now I got my own kid. Like, how I'm about to provide, but I made it happen.
Did you was that your first time ever getting pregnant, or you had like a couple abortions or something, and you was doing some shit?
So before I had my daughter, I was literally pregnant probably a few months before her, and I had a miscarriage. So then when I ended up getting pregnant again, it was just like, okay, I'm 17. Yeah, I was 17. I'm going to Charlotte. Like, I'm in school pregnant. Like, I'm walking around and I'm going to school. I'm transferring classes. And I'm pregnant. But it was like, it wasn't looked at like, oh, damn, this girl pregnant. Because a lot of people was pregnant at that time. So it was just like, this is really the norm. Like, it was normal back then.
Like having a miscarriage, how was that like on your mental?
I was young, so it was just like, I don't think it took a hold of me like how it does when people are older and they're trying to have a kid and stuff. So it was just like, dang, like, I got to be more careful. Because I wasn't that far along. So it was just like, be more careful, like, but I end up getting pregnant again. So it's just like, okay, damn, we here again.
What was your mindset like as a young lady, like 17, pregnant and shit? Like, what would you thought life was gonna be?
I just knew that I wanted better for my kid. So like I stayed in school up until I had her. And then I ended up getting my GED, and then I started going to college after the fact. But it was just like, it wasn't really stressful for me. I honestly had like good friends around me, family members. So it was just like, I had an apartment. I had my own apartment. So my baby was able to have her own space. And so it was honestly easy for me. And I don't want everybody to be like, oh, when you young, have a kid, because don't wait. So if I could have waited, I would have. But it happened, and I made the best of it.
Did you like think that you was gonna have like did you have a 2-parent household?
With my daughter, I did. I mostly did, but her dad was in college at the time. So we did stay together for a little while. Then he was in college. We ended up breaking up and stuff like that. So it wasn't really, I had his family. So his aunt was like very, very supportive. Like, that was my mom. And me having my daughter that young. So while he was in college, she didn't miss a beat. Appointments, if I need to get picked up, if I needed to eat, anything, like, that was my mom. So I was very thankful for that. So I really didn't lack in anything. But a 2-parent household, I think everybody really want that. Like, that is the goal at the end of the day, but it just, more so with black families, people don't know how to stay together no more. I think more so with men, it's just like, most now it's thought of as postpartum. People have postpartum depression. It's men see that and they run. So it's just like, oh, I don't know how to handle this situation, or I don't know how to deal with this because she having mood swings. But you gotta think about it, like, just bringing a life into the world, you feel fat. You don't feel as pretty, your hair a mess, like, so you go through a lot after having a kid. And I think some men just don't realize that, and it just like, we out of a relationship now, we done with each other. Like,
did you go through like postpartum or whatever that shit called? I don't know how to say that.
Honestly, with my oldest daughter, no, I didn't. With my oldest daughter. With my second daughter, I went through postpartum depression. I went through it bad. It was to the point where, okay, I am like 6, 7, 8 months pregnant, and it's just like, I had depression before I even had her. So it was like, I'm 6, 7 months pregnant, and it's been 2 months, and I'm just in the house eating and sleeping. I didn't go to work. I didn't do nothing. So it's just like, I had to really sit up and realize, like, damn, like, you about to have another kid and you ain't been to work in how long? You got bills, you got this, you got that. So it's like, okay, now I got to bring myself out of this because nobody else going to help me do it. And after that, I just snapped back. I went through it a little bit with my son. But with my son's dad, like, he did his little bull, but he was very supportive. So I had that 2-parent household with my son. So it was anything I needed done, whether I'm too tired to clean, I'm too tired to cook. My son dad made sure, to do it.
Like, what's your definition of depression?
When you depressed, honestly, like, you just want to sleep. Like depression, and you just really want to sleep. Like you don't do your normal activities. Like, oh, I know I have to go downstairs and I have to clean this kitchen and I have to cook. It's just, oh, I'm gonna do it. I don't feel like it. I'm just go to sleep. Like you just want to sleep it off. If you sleep, you think you feel better. You just laying around, like you going downstairs and you going to do something. Oh, I'm about to put these dishes away and I'm about to wash this. I'm about to wash these. I'm about to put this food away. You don't do it. You too in a feeling where you just feeling like nothing's gonna get better. So it's kind of hard to like really explain unless you really in it.
Yeah. Is there anything that like led up to like the depression, like that make you depressed? Like, was it a certain event that just put you there or something? Like, I don't got no energy no more.
Yes, I feel like being a mom. Okay, now I got 3 kids. I'm working. I'm trying to work. Like I'm the full-time worker here. I'm trying to hold my household together, but I was in a at the time I was in an abusive relationship. So it's like, okay, I'm trying to keep my household together and keep my kids from seeing me unhappy, but also I'm getting hit. I'm getting beat on. I'm going through this. I'm going through that. So it was just like, all right, I got to get out of this situation for me to be happy. So I seen the signs. It was just like, okay, you love who you love and you trying to make something work. So you avoid like little stuff that you know, like, dang, I shouldn't be doing this or I shouldn't be going through this. So the signs was there. I seen it before it happened, but you know.
Cause I'll be seeing how you be talking on the internet and shit, like you like playing with niggas' emotions.
No, it's not even really that. I feel like social media is social media, but anybody that's have ever been in a relationship with me, like, no, I'm gonna motivate you. Like, I want you to do better for yourself. Like, if you out all day working, when you come home, your clothes gonna be clean. It's gonna be dinner on the table. Like, you're gonna have what you need at home. And it's just like some men are just like so simple-minded or just like young-minded to the point where it was just like, you know, I want my cake and I eat it too. When I go home, I know I got everything I need, everything I want, but I still want to be outside and I want to do this. You know, I want to have this type of cake. I want this type of cake. When I go home, I know I'm going to have all the cake I need. Everything is going to be situated. I don't have to look for nothing. I don't have to wait. But some men just can't handle that. They can't help being loved properly. And it's not because they maybe lacked some type of love at home. It's just like, okay, I see my dad doing this, or I see my uncle doing this. Like, I see my friends have multiple bitches. That's what I want.
True. Even because when I was in relationships, that's how I was. And now that I grew up, when you look back on it, you be like, because time don't wait for nobody.
At all.
And you can't get it back.
At all.
So when I was looking, and like you say, you got a female that motivates you, the full... just everything all around
everything
the
you
board.
need, because I'm the type, like, if you I had someone I was dealing with, and it was just like, okay, I don't have the energy. I maybe pulled him. He probably was in a depressive state when I first met him. So it was just like, okay, what do you need? Like, what's going on? And he breaking down to me, telling me like, what's the problem? What's going on in life? I just met this man. And I'm like, okay, well, we gonna figure it out. I'm working full time. I've always worked for the past few years. I've had the same 2 jobs. I've been at both of my jobs for like 8 years. So it's like, okay, we about to get you an income. I'm filling out job applications. I'm putting resumes together. He got his first job. You know, he started working. He was stable. Few, not even, I don't even know when it was down the line, but damn, you sleeping with the whole job at the job. I got you. So it's like some men just can't handle, responsibility. They can't handle any. So it's just like, okay, I got you this job. I made sure you was on your feet. I pulled you out of that depressive state. Now you don't put me in a depressive state. You don't took everything I had and I gave it to you to build you up, and then you just knocked me down.
Yeah, it's real sleazeballs out there. You feel like what made a man put his hands on you? You feel like it was your mouth or something, or like man caught you texting somebody?
No, it's just like I feel like with him, it's not even, he dealt with I would say, I don't know what it is, but to him, what he explained to me was I know he got anger problems. He have anger problems real bad. So with him, I think maybe his brother dying, he's never seeked that therapy that he need. So it's like, okay, I'm angry at the world because I lost my brother at this age, but I still ain't gonna get no help. But me telling him, like, at some certain point, you can't keep using this excuse. Like, you want to use this excuse for putting your hands on me. You want to use this excuse for not going to work. You want to use this excuse for cheating. You want to use this excuse for not taking care of your responsibilities. At some point, you need to seek help. You're too old for that. So it's like, okay, we getting into it. Now I don't want you here because I got to protect my peace. I got to protect my space. I got to protect my kids. So it's like, at some point, you got to go get help.
And it's on some soon as you say you don't want him there, you just
try
to put his hands on
you. We about to flip. Yeah.
Yeah. Even like, I don't know. I don't beat females. Like, as a man, the really shit you could do is like control
leave.
your emotions, though.
True.
Or leave, because it's like, it's about you. Don't nobody care about none of us. Like, don't nobody care about you.
That's a fact.
Don't nobody care about me. Like, we come across some genuine people that show it, but it's like, in life, you really got to pull yourself out of that dungeon.
You do.
Feel me? And like, only reason I feel like I don't beat females because females really want that shit.
I think some do, but some people that have been in that experience, like I've watched. So I've watched my mom at a young age get beat by her husband. Like,
I wasn't around, but I see my dad used to beat my mom, so it'd be
so
shit, like,
and it's crazy because I was like, around at that age when she was going through stuff like that. So her, my mom, and my aunt, like they was around that age. So around that time when we had went with Earlene and when your mom was around, it was just like my mom was just getting out of like an abusive marriage. So I don't watched her get beat to a pulp where you got to go to the hospital. So it was like me growing up and I get myself in that situation. It was like, it took me some time to get out of it, but it was like, now I seen what I saw as a kid, and I know like at some point I can't end up being how I saw my mom.
You don't feel like you manifested that?
Not really manifested, because manifested is basically like, oh, I'm speaking this into existence. I would say I saw the signs coming, or I saw it coming, and I still stayed in the situation because, the chick before me told me, oh, this is what he do, this is what he do. And I'm like, whole time, story, he really be bitches. So it's like, like I saw it coming and I avoided it. Like you thinking you could build somebody up, or if you give them all the love you need, something going to change. And it really, if that person don't get the help that they need, it ain't gonna work.
I feel like most females, like, they be saying they like street niggas, aggressive niggas, niggas on bullshit. But they don't know that they could really be that victim, because most niggas in the streets don't know how to control their emotions.
They don't.
So if you like this crazy man, feel me, and if you get him to the point where he feel like his heart with you, and now he can't get his way, like, only thing certain niggas know is like hands on.
Hands on, because now I'm gonna beat the love out of you. Like, that's literally what it is.
But that shit, low key, I feel like be stretching relationships.
It do, because now I feel like some people be having that mind state of, okay, now you don't put your hands on me because you angry, but now I gotta I love you and I know you love me. Once you do that, it's just like, I wouldn't necessarily, it's just like it's like a mind control thing. Like, oh, he loved me, I'm gonna make it work, or I'm gonna fix this, I'm gonna do this. But it's just really like, you gotta remove yourself out of that situation. Like, a lot of people don't make it. Like, a lot of people get killed.
No, that's a fact. Like, that Eve, Love Is Blind,
True.
That video, funny. Like, that's one of like first 5 music videos like I remember in life. Feel me? That, like, Lil Wayne and Juvenile, 99, 2000. What's another video? Couple of them shits, but that
back
shit
in the day,
really
it's
real.
really real.
And it's like, on timing, how long was it until you was letting people know that you was like in a domestic dispute?
Let's see. I probably after, let me see. I was like 2019 is really when I started dealing with the person. Then, like, I would say honestly, the first time I ever spoke up was, this is 2022. Literally last summer. was when I first started letting my family know, like, oh, what's going on. And I come from a tight knit family, so it's like y'all see me pulling away. Like, I'm a person that stick to myself when it's toward. It's not even. I stick to myself with family. Like, my peace is my home. So when y'all don't see me around and y'all see me withdraw, y'all, it's normal for them, but I'm still not telling y'all like what's going on and stuff like that. So when I finally spoke up, I think I probably said something on Facebook or I posted a video, and my family was like mad. Like, my uncles, like, I done got uncles that been in jail for somebody done put their hands on one of my family members and they done did something, and now y'all, so them family, they was livid, mad. Like, I'm posting it and y'all pulling up to my house the next day once y'all see what's going on. And these like my older family members that's not even on Facebook. So it was just like, I'm really the baby. So it was just like, once they see me in that situation, it was like, why Brianna not saying nothing? Why Brianna not,
Yeah, do you feel like not speaking up for so long, like, fucked it up?
No, because I didn't.
Like, not fuck it up, but like, some people just thinking like you faking or some shit.
Because like, with me, my family know, like, I'm always been a very honest person. So if I'm not ready to speak on something, they know like it's not something I'm ready to speak on. So when I finally said something, I would say I didn't speak up for so long is because I wasn't done. I wasn't done with the situation. So once I finally felt like I'm done, like, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm about to say something. Like, I've had enough. So it's just like, once I spoke up, my family knew I was done.
It's on some shit like, but when you done, like, that don't mean that they done.
Right, that's true. But also, it was just like, what do I want to do type situation. And it was just, for me, it was just like, this still my son dad. And I won't say like, hey, he's just such a horrible person, because he's a good dad. And he's a good person. It's just, he got some, how people say I'm fighting demons, he's fighting demons and he need help. So it was just like, I told my family I was done. I wasn't looking back. I'm good. I don't need y'all to handle anything for me. Like, I just need this co-parent situation. So,
is it true that you got like a BBL?
Yeah. I got a BBL. Yes, I did. After I had my son, like, when you were depressed, I was depressed. So I was sitting at home eating steaks and chicken, and I did gain a little weight, but I wasn't like horribly, oh, you fat, da da da. It was just like more so for me to be comfortable in my skin, because I've always been a skinny girl. Like, from a kid to after having kids, I probably was like 150 after my second daughter, but I always was like a 120, 130 type person. So
you don't feel like you getting a BBL like made them jealous on some shit, like you trying to look good for everybody else?
Yes, absolutely. Because he'll tell me, we remind you, oh, remember who took care of you when you did this? Remember who did this? Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, damn, I've been taking care of you since I met you. Like, why you can't, But yeah, we got into arguments about it after now it's just, I don't respect myself. I don't do this. But it's like, I'm outside. I'm happy. I'm living life. Like, God, think about it. I've been a mom since I was 17. So my whole world revolved around me being a mom, like, priorities. So now I feel like getting out of that relationship, I was in the house for like 4 years straight. Ain't nobody really see me, literally, for like 4 years. So this past summer nope, you know what? I started coming outside last summer. But me getting out of that relationship and being outside, it was just, oh, you trying to show off. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, I'm happy now. Like, dang, I was just in an abusive relationship. Like, I was in the house, being a housewife and a mom. Now I'm outside and I'm happy, and it's a problem.
It seemed like you've been in relationships majority of your life.
I have.
Like, what's the longest you ever been single?
Ooh. I've honestly been in, let me see. I've been in a relationship. So with my oldest dad, I started dating him when I was like 15, 16. So I've honestly been in relationships my entire life. I have never really taken a break. I would say the longest I've been out of a relationship, maybe a year or two. And if not, I've always had somebody, like, I've always dealt with like one of my exes or something like that, but I've never took a time or like just a break to just be single. And it's not that I don't know how. I'm just a relationship type of person. Like, I love to be like, oh, we going home, we about to cook together. Oh, we about to find something to watch. Like, I love to be in a relationship. Like,
Do you feel like you don't get a, because like you being in a relationship your whole life and you always wanting to see somebody win?
Yeah.
That mean like even if you don't get a lot of time to pour into yourself,
yeah, I don't.
and it's like when you gonna start doing that like in a healthy way? Because even if you be in a relationship, like say you trying to pour into yourself,
I gotta
but
pour
you
into
got
somebody else.
you
Yeah.
got a toxic person that
Yeah, I'm pouring
wanted
into
you.
myself, but you taking what I'm pouring. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. So I feel like the past few months I've been taking time to myself. I wouldn't say wasn't talking to. I haven't been talking to somebody because I have. Like, I have conversations here and there, but I really need that time to myself to where it's just like, okay, it's just me. Because I really been in a relationship. So when I buckle down and I focus, it's just me. Like, off social media, I'll probably have one social media, and that's just me, just regaining my focus. Like, even when I'm writing, like, I'm working on a new book, so me, I gotta delete certain social medias, and I really just gotta focus. So that's me taking time to myself, because when I want time to myself, I just want to write. Like, I want to finish what
I was
I
just about to ask you, like, where did you get the insight to write books from?
I feel like since I was younger, probably like 14, 15, I think I wanted to go to the School of Arts. And I've probably just been writing since then, like little short stories, but I've never let anybody read anything. To when I probably was like, before I had my daughter, like 2007, 17, 16, I was telling her dad, like, he like, what you want to do with yourself? Like, where you see yourself? I'm like, honestly, I want to be an author. And I laughed, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't never hear really. I was scared to say what I wanted to be, or what I wanted to do, because it's like, you want to be an author? Like,
Yeah, coming from
yeah.
the black community, niggas
Yeah,
will shoot
but it's
your
just
dream
like,
down.
yeah, but it was like, honestly, he was very supportive. He like, he asked me, and I told him, he was like, that's dope. Like, that you really want to do? I'm like, yeah. I said, I'm almost done, like, working with the book that I have. So I had this little small purple HP computer, and he like, that's what you writing on? He ended up giving me like his MacBook. And that was the first. I finished my book off of that. I published my first and my second book off of that.
You got 2 books out?
I have 3.
3 books
Yep.
out?
So I have a trilogy out. It's on Amazon, but yep, I have a trilogy out right now, and I'm working on my 4th book. It's a totally different book from what I was writing, but just honestly, me telling somebody or hearing somebody say like, you could do it, and it's just always been thoughts in my head. I just always was wondering like, who gonna support me, like, you know what I'm saying? But when I first dropped my book, it was just like, I had so many people buying it or wanting to see what it was about, and it was just like, I made a lot of money off of the first book.
When you say like it's a trilogy, you mean like all the books go together?
Yeah, like it's 1, 2, 3.
Like, what's your books about? I told you to bring me a book.
I got
you never got with me with
So-
the book.
I be trying to be like, okay, so the book that I did, the 3-part that I wrote, it's about a set of twins. It's a girl and a boy, and the sister is married, and her brother always kind of like envied her, like throughout their life. She's always like nurtured him, but he was gay. So he ended up sneaking behind her back, sleeping with her husband and turning her husband out. So see what I people be like, what? So it's just like, I feel like once a man is grown, you can read around that, because the book is very, very interesting. Like, I've had men read it and be like, yo, this is crazy. Like, yo, I didn't see this coming, or this is good. So I feel like once you grown, you can read around that. But yeah, that's what it's about. He ended up sleeping with taking his sister husband, and it was just basically surrounded around how I'm gonna find out, or how she gonna find out, or how I'm gonna get my lick back. And now I finished part 3.
Nah, that's fire though, no cap.
Thank
Where
you.
the fuck you get the thought from or the storyline? Like,
I don't know. I make up a lot of stuff in my head. Now, you know how men be like, oh, she's delusional. I am delusional. Like, I'm one of those delusional, after 3 days, I love you. So, like, I can make up a lot of stuff.
nah, that's funny as a bit. Have you ever cheated before?
I have never cheated on nobody.
Have you ever got beat for cheating?
No. I've literally never cheated on nobody.
Like, when I ask you, have you cheated, you probably like, if I'm thinking like, did you ever fuck somebody else when you was in a relationship? You know, niggas be delusional too.
That's true. That's true. Because you know, I had this one time where I didn't cheat, but once I knew I was done with the relationship, I was outside hanging out. I was with the guys. You know, like I was around, so it was cool. Like I had one time where I'm out. One of my cousins was here from Atlanta, so I left the kids at home. My baby dad. I'm outside hanging out with my sister and my cousin. I did end up seeing my ex. We chilling, we hanging and stuff like that. I think I probably stayed out till like 2:00 in the morning. And when I got home, my baby dad like, you was out cheating. And it's like, cause you got that mindset because you cheating. Like you will cheat. So you think like as soon as I go outside, I'm cheating. Man, pull my pants down, start sniffing me, and I'm like,
this. You was scared.
Yeah, cause what is you doing that for? Like that's crazy. What do you think you're gonna smell on me? Like, and then I know he was delusional. Cause he's like, I smell a condom. Like, I'm like, dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, y'all feel like. Texting niggas or
that's
like Facebook.
I think that is cheating. I think that is cheating, and I've definitely held up. I'm me one time. What's going on with me is like, if I feel like, oh, I'm ready to talk to somebody, I'm not gonna go find somebody new. I got exes that's in the cut. Like my exes are cool. So it's like I got the coolest exes. I end up just talking back to my exes. Boom. Now we in a full blown relationship. So, yeah, I guess how you could classify that as cheating, but no, not really.
Like, you ain't never fuck off. Basically.
No. Like, in none of my relationships. I feel like once I get to the point where I want to be sexual with somebody else, I don't need to be with you. Yeah, so it's like, people don't understand, like, working in the health field is just like, you see a lot. So, you know, people have to really, I think people don't understand, because you look at the numbers, and you think, like, Monroe County, they'll let you know, like, the status of chlamydia is high, gonorrhea is high. Like those are, you know, the norm. Oh, I got to, people like, oh, I got to clap. You got to clap. That's normal. But syphilis is so high right now, and people don't even know. Like syphilis is in your blood. So it's like when you have syphilis, it's not that, oh, I just go get a shot or I'll take a pill for a treatment. You have to keep getting your blood drawn, and it's so high right now in the black community. Like y'all, everybody just passing it around. Nobody really knows. Like HIV is super high. Herpes is super, super high. Like you go to kiss somebody, you got a bump on your lip, now you got a cold sore. So it's high as hell, and people just don't even take it into consideration about when they going out cheating and sleeping around. Like you don't even know. You think you know somebody, but you gotta think about it. You in a relationship cheating with someone, and a person that you cheating with, they in a relationship with somebody. Y'all not using condoms. Think about who that person, her spouse sleeping with. Y'all just passing stuff around.
And we all grown as fuck now.
Yeah, like if you gonna cheat, at least, yeah.
And feel me, you could do that. But like being at this big age and like burning somebody, that shit.
It is crazy because it's like how could you look somebody in the eye and be like, damn, I burnt you. Like.
It'd be real.
And then people don't even know, like people don't even tell somebody like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Say you messing around with somebody. When you know you done got burnt, you ain't even gonna call them like, listen. People do too. They don't feel like they not grown enough to have that conversation. Like, listen, I fucked up. Like, I need you to go get tested. Now you don't pass it to 3 other people.
And it just be mad.
Yeah.
Silent burning going on.
Silent burning. Silent burn. It's crazy. On fire. Everybody's on fire. Everybody's burning.
Nah, that's the pain. Where you got the confidence to be a bottle girl at?
I think more so me being confident with my body. More it was just like, okay, now I'm outside. I was just like, okay, this is something new I want to do. Cause I work full time Monday through Friday. Sometimes I work my other job on the weekend. So it's just like, I want to do something different. Like, so I think, I was, talking to my friend one day, and that's when what the brunch was starting. But yeah, when the brunch was starting, and I'm just like, okay, I wanna try this. Like, I wanna try this. So I end up going to like the little meeting or whatever. They like, yeah, tell Brie to pull up. So I end up doing it, and I was like really great at it. So it's just like it's something I like to do. I enjoy it on the weekend. I have fun. So it was like me being confident. If you're not confident with how you look, or you're not confident with yourself, or if you have bad, it's not even honestly about you being confident about your looks. But if your attitude sucks and your communication skills and your customer service skills is trash, this is not the place you want to be. Because you think the dudes is tippers, it's the females that are the tippers. Like the females gonna pull like, here, baby, like, they gonna tip, the girls tip.
So the niggas be Jay Broken
They be squeezing in on all one bottle. So yeah, the girls is where you want to go to. The girls be tipping. The girls come out to have fun. They buying the bottles. Like you got your dudes that want to buy a bottle. They want the bottle girls to come out and do their little 1-2. But the girls is really the big tippers, honestly.
Yeah. Shout out to my little man Juma. You better be a bottle boy. Now he had said that in the hub, but if the females tipping,
I'm telling you, like,
well.
Yeah, we done had the dudes come out. Yeah,
I ain't disrespecting you, bro.
we done had the dudes come out with the signs, holding it for us though, cause them junks is heavy. So we done had the dudes come out with the signs with us. So it's like, then y'all can get y'all tip too, dude.
Damn, so niggas, even though like your face card and all that, niggas still be penny pinching. So you came up a lot on tips.
I'm gonna talk a tip out. I'm gonna talk a tip out of you. So it's like, if you're not gonna tip,
is you one of them bottle girls who be keeping niggas change?
Nah. I've always been. You know what's so crazy? I be having bottle girls. You be like, oh, the price is $4.30, and I'm just like, damn, where the fuck? Y'all taxing, and it's just my honest behind, like, oh yeah, the bottle was such and such. And I'm like, damn, like, y'all getting them good, huh? I'm such an honest person. I don't think I'll be trying to get over on people, because I already know you came to have a good time, and I don't know what you got your bills to do afterwards. Because now when you at an event and you ready to buy a bottle, once I tell you a price, it's like, damn, I see all these people around. I can't tell her I don't want it no more. So I don't never be wanting to put. I don't know what type of bills you got when you go home.
Nah, that's a fact. You being considerate.
Yeah, definitely.
So you feel like, is it true that like being bottle girls like that fuck up like your chances of getting the nigga you want? You don't feel like niggas be disgusted by bottle girls and shit?
I feel like certain men are they can't handle it. Because I've had girls stop working because they man don't want them there. Like, but I feel like at the end of the day, you're not about to stop my money. So, like, if you're unhappy with what I'm doing, maybe you should go get happy with yourself. So, like, if you grown and you can handle it, like, you know what type of person you dealing with, I know, like, oh, okay, when I go out, I'm working. So, it's like, if you a man and you can handle it, like, I know my girl ain't doing this. I know my girl ain't doing that. Like, it's all about the confidence of how you feel about yourself or the person you dealing with. Once you know your girl ain't gone, she ain't out here fucking off, then you good. Like, I think you can handle it when you got a girl that's a bottle girl. And to me, it's just like, okay, this is what I do on the weekends, but I also work full time. So think about that. So it's just like, I ain't just a bottle girl.
So
like, you got,
shit,
yeah. So
shit
niggas
be like a myth that bottle girls be going and they easy.
No,
It's on some 50-50 shit.
Yeah, it depends.
25, 75.
Yeah, because I feel like whatever, you could be a nurse and done slept with the whole hospital. It really honestly just depends on the type of person you are. You know, you do got those bottle girls that just be sleeping with everybody, but then you do got them bottle girls that can't be touched. So it's like, it all depends on the type of person you are.
No, that's a fact. How have that shit been going for you though, man?
It's been cool. Yeah, it's been.
You still doing this shit?
Yep, I do it here and there. Let's see, what's this? August 26th. Capleton is next up, September 9th, Water Street.
You gonna be in the building.
That's a fact. Grab those tickets.
So back to you on this Facebook shit. Why the fuck you be showing out in the media? Cause you do it cause you have the influence?
No, I do it because sometimes I want to crack a little jokey joke. Like, you know, some dudes be like, okay, like, you know, maybe it's a Facebook war. Like, you a comedian, I'm a comedian too. Like, you funny, I'm funny too. I might be funnier, but it's just like, sometimes I think social media is a joke. Yeah. I feel like if you go and talk to somebody and you judge them off of what you see them post on social media, it's just like you're never going to get to know the real person. Like, because, you know, people would think like, oh, you don't believe in this or you this, but you're probably one of the coolest niggas ever. Like, it's like, if you judging on Facebook, you never really get to know somebody.
You be dogging though. I know I be dogging, but like, you be playing with niggas' emotions, making a joke out of niggas on the media. What's that about? And you somebody with an influence, so say you start doing it, now you got mad other people trying to do it, and everybody ain't doing shit but fucking up their own situations. Everybody ain't got the juice like you to violate and
I
play
feel
around
like
with niggas.
If you know your spouse gonna take Facebook to the heart, You should just get off of Facebook. I feel like sometimes I crack a joke, but sometimes I really be dead serious about what I'm saying. Like, I be serious sometimes. A lot of the times. Like, I don't know, I just joke a lot. I do. I think everything's funny until it's not funny.
Until you in the hot seat.
Yeah. Because then it's a joke. I'm going to delete the post. We're going to laugh for a good 15 minutes, but after that, I'm deleting the post. I might even hide the status from you. But
do you feel like your value went down because you have like 3 kids and 3 baby dads?
You know what? I think like when it be the females, they be like, oh, she got such and such kids. Why you want to be with her? But it's like my house come with kids, but it also comes with unlimited fruit snacks and juice and steaks. So we got heat over here. And, you know, it's happy to walk into a house where you see it's kids here and they got unlimited snacks. Like they be in there eating fruit snacks and full meals and stuff like that. Like versus coming to a girl house and she done worked all day and she only got broccoli in the refrigerator. So like kids don't stop nothing. Like I probably have like dudes when I'm talking to somebody, I already know how it's gonna go, because if you don't ask about my kids a few times out of the conversation, you don't really care. You're not here, or you're not interested in building anything with me. Like, so you already see. But no, I mean, niggas love single moms. I don't know if it's like the stepdad superhero in them, but they love single moms.
That's a fact. So you feel like it just be the females more so trying throw salt on the females that got multiple kids and baby dads?
Yes, because it be female. Niggas do not care. It be the females worried about how many baby dads you got, and the whole time they probably got one and don't know who the baby dad is. So it's like you. How can you judge me having how many baby dads or how many kids when you got one and you don't know who your baby dad is?
So you feel like that's a high? That'd be with a lot of niggas be out here thinking kids belong to them, and it's a whole nother nigga.
That's true. There's girls out here that be telling like 5 different dudes that they the baby dad.
Keeping them all
hitting. Everybody got to buy a car seat, a stroller, and then the baby coming and look like a Chinese baby. So it's just like you never know.
At this age right now, if you could talk to the 17-year-old Brie, what would you tell her?
Make better decisions. Make better decisions, definitely.
Give her like a little couple jewels you could drop.
Yeah, like
jewels.
I would say make better decisions. Be careful who you trust. Honestly, be around people that you know like is gonna be like is there for the long run. You know, because some people really just be around to get what they can gain out of you. And more so just, honestly, leave. Whether it's a friendship, a relationship, a job, situationship, anything, just leave when you feel like you need to leave. Stop hanging around. Honestly, that's it.
That's it. I appreciate you for popping out on my podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Did a good job.
Thank you. I was nervous, but yeah, I had a good time.
See, you got comfortable probably like 20 minutes
into it, yeah.
The beginning, though, your ass is shy.
Very nervous.
What made, like, why you feel like you were shy, though? Like, what is it about?
I feel like I'm not used to, I be around people, but it's just like opening up and being to myself. Like a lot of people don't really know what's behind closed doors. So opening it just a little bit is just like, this is some stuff I want to keep in. Yeah. But yeah, I think so. When people hear Brie, sometimes, you know, it's just like, oh, this crazy bitch or this, you know, it's more to just crazy.
Are you really crazy? Like you be tweaking?
When I feel like when I've had enough, or I feel like my feelings are being played with, then I might turn crazy. But now that I'm older, it's just like I know how to leave now. I honestly know how to leave.
If you could give some messages to your exes, the ones who emotions you be playing with and shit, or your old niggas, not your ex, because you say you love all, but you in good graces with.
Yeah, we cool.
But your old niggas who can't get next to you ever again, but heart still with you.
I'm going to say it in the sweetest way possible, and I'm going to switch it up. Honestly, I feel like y'all dropped the ball very bad. Very, very bad. And if I could go back, I would have talked to your friend. Very true. I would have talked to the friend.
I don't love you, cuz.
Yeah, I love you too. That was cool.
No cap, though. When you fumble that bag, like after I
And you know you
stop
can't
talking,
get it back.
like, cause I'm still in cahoots with Vonnie and shit.